So now that we've started our new website, I was going through all of my videos and I realized that I do not have a good walkthrough of our cabin since we've made all these changes. So I thought I'd give you a quick walkthrough. And you can see the river is rising. That's why we're here today. We've got to retie it, hook it to the trees because it's going to float. But here is a full walkthrough of our cabin. Starting with our steps, which you can tell is the only thing here that's not organic. But my husband found these. They're aluminum, so they're really lightweight, and he's gonna they're just hooked up here for now, but he's gonna put a pipe in right here so we can raise them and lower them when we're not here, which is good for, number one, when it floats we can't really have these things hanging down, and number two, it keeps the spiders and the, well, not spiders, but the snakes, it keeps the snakes from coming into our house as easily, we hope. But anyway, you come up here and you see the canoe off to the side. That's eventually going to be a deck off the side of the house. But here is our whole front deck slash living room here. And behind there are two closet doors, which is where our storage is. And we just left it black for now because the doors are very white and very obvious, and I need to strip them and stain them. And then our two doors to the interior rooms. This wood here is temporary because the house began to settle, so we did this. We're eventually going to put cute little triangles in the corners to make it look prettier, but for now this works. But let me show you the kitchen dining room area. And this whole area is screened in because mosquitoes can be a problem. Our little dining room, and you can see we cut off cypress knees and we have them hanging all around in all of the different rooms for our lanterns, and we have 5 of these lanterns that we use for our lighting. This is the temporary kitchen. Our plan this year is to actually build in kitchen cabinets and a little sink and, you know, cabinets up here. But this works for now. We have our food and storage here and things we need to lock up here and our propane stove and that sort of thing. So it works for now. Little trash can. And then that's the back of the closet. We have our little thermometer and barometer and humidity meter here, which is just something fun. And then the view from the front yard, there's the river. It's going downstream here and down that way. This is actually not the river right here. That'll dry up when the river goes down to normal. And then our boat, which is how we got here. Our side yard. Here is our bedroom. And that started out as a futon bed, but we never actually made it into a couch, so we actually brought a real mattress and put in here, so it makes a nice comfy bed. And we need some cabinets for our clothes, but we're using those for right now. And then this is the bathroom, which again we still need to put the solid walls in here, which we're going to. We have an RV toilet system, so we have a black water tank underneath the floor, so we can flush into our black water tank and then we can cart that away as needed. And then storage and more storage and the back of that cabinet. And again, this room needs to be, all of this wood needs to be closed in, and this tarp will eventually be wood. And you can see again we've got the little cypress knee. Actually, I think that's a cypress knee, that's a tree. We have these hanging around in different areas so that we can put our lights up when we're here. There's another one right there. And our backyard, which right now is underwater, but well, the back part will be all year long because we have beavers that live there and they build a beaver dam, so they keep this area pretty much underwater. But all right here, that should be dry soon. And our side yard, again, all that should be dry eventually. But and you can see we did 2 roofs. This right here is a solid roof right here so that we can keep the mosquitoes out of this room. And then our actual roof, which if you've been following along, it's nothing but a billboard tarp because they're free and they're practically indestructible. That goes up and over the other side, so we have nice crawl space up there, which is a nice little attic area. We were originally going to make that roof a little bit taller and make little bunk beds, well, not bunk beds, but you know, little areas for the kids to sleep. but we never did do that. We might eventually raise this roof a little bit higher and make those into little areas where you can, you know, put beds if the kids ever decide they want to come, and, you know, they're to the age now where we got to start thinking about possible marriage and husbands and whatever in the future. So that's an option to build on, to go up and put, you know, little beds up there. But that's our cabin, what we have so far. And like I said, doors need to be finished out, and the interior walls we need to make with wood. And we're eventually going to get a vinyl tarp made that has a wooden print on the inside, so it looks like wood. We talked about going with wood, we talked about going with metal, but because the house does float, light is important, being, you know, very light. But let's go down and look underneath the house, see if I can get down these stairs without breaking my neck. The house, like I said, it does float. Right now the river is at 7, it goes up to 13 at its highest, so the house, you know, will float. We have these pipes on all 4 corners of the house, and that keeps the house stable so it doesn't go left or right, so it'll just raise right up and lay back down. And then underneath the house we have all of these commercial floats, and they're meant for floating, well, some houses, or more importantly, most people, big huge docks, you know, that sort of thing. So we've got 3 on this side, we have 3 on the other side, and we found out that the house was actually back heavy. So we added barrels, which are just nothing but, you know, plastic storage barrels. One here, one on the other side. Then we've been picking up a couple more floats here and there just to pad it. It's not really necessary now because it's rising and falling just fine, but that keeps it, you know, just in case. You can never have enough flotation devices. And then this, like I said before, we're going to turn that into a deck, and we've got, that's one piece of scaffolding. We actually, if you look through the trees, can I zoom with this thing? Yes, I can. Right there we have more scaffolding, which was going to be our original house, and I said no. So we're going to bring that over, and we're actually going to make a huge deck here off the side of the house. And the reason for that is because the house is floating a lot, and when it floats I get motion sick. So I like having the option of having somewhere I can go off of the house that's stationary. And up until about somewhere between 10 and 11 feet, that will still be out of the water. And plus, you know, if we want to grill out, that'd be a good place to do it even when the water is high. So let me see what else. You can see the house, we're hooking it to the trees there and there, and there's another one right here that goes up to this tree. That keeps the house from going backwards when the river rises, because when the river rises, since we're on a bend, it will just come straight into the house, so all of the current comes this way. So that keeps the house from going backward. And then the 2 posts, you can see the other pole right there, that keeps the house from going side to side. So we've been really fortunate. It's floated quite a few times, and it's sat back down exactly where we need it to, which is important because we have all these cypress knees everywhere, and you don't want it to come down on top of a cypress knee because it'll poke a hole in the float. But so far we've been really fortunate that it comes straight down. And you can see, because we are on a sandy ground, my husband did put legs down underneath the house, so it's sitting on legs, and he put flat boards underneath the base so that it won't sink into the dirt. It gives it more of a surface area, so that works out really well. So right now the house is sitting on all of its legs, but when the water rises another 2 feet, the house will float, and then it'll just come right up, and then it'll come lay right back down. So anyway, I think that's the full walkthrough on the house. I don't think I have anything else to show you. If you have questions, or you have something else that you'd like to see, or you'd like to see, you know, a more close-up version of it, let me know in the comments or write me a message, and I'll be happy to make another video and show you whatever it is you need to see. But this is our house, and we are super excited about it, and so thanks for watching.